Gun! Where's 52? All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
After Darnold, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him and they told us they've got confidence. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Hey, Detroit! Detroit! You got to get that. Watch him now, Barney.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Brandon Williams in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sack! Gun! Watch him now, Barney! Hey, switch gears! Watch him now, Barney!
They're going to look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get up here to the 20. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. And they work this well upfield across the 45. They convert on third with a gain of 22.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
They'll look to throw here. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Wide open receiver complete. And he is able to take this way down into Detroit territory. It's a big one there for the Vikings. And even 40 yards. Gun! On first down, Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on second and goal.
Watch Mike.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A nice run there as he picks up 6. It's going to be third and goal now. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Mike 52, Mike 52. So we got man.
Now Darnold on third and goal. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. In for the score. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. But he said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to plan in a big way. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
Yeah, that's about as good. That is as good as you can do, I guess. So, well done.
Yeah, well done indeed. Tremendous execution.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed in this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
It's just me and you. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Galladay, able to get up here to the 26. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. They tried something out of the bag of tricks, but it's incomplete, and now 2nd down. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Torres. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Gano for the extra point. Extra point try good by Gano. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins. Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Gun! Hey. Gun!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw left side complete. That's Torres. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Gun!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A very solid gain of 27. This quarterback now has hit on 7 of 17 passes, just 41%, but it's 1st and 10.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Back to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Tremaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Hey, let's go. Gun!
On first down, it's Darnold. Going deep for Diggs. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Darnold now to throw.
Let's get this.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A good pickup there, a 22.
Here we go.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Darnold flushed out right. Wide open receiver complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Darnold from the red zone now. And his throw here's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
2nd down and 10, Darnold. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they're throwing interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Dancing to his left. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining in this one, much more like lead.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he goes down it's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Brandon Williams in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Watch you now, Barney. Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he is not going to get away. The rush was too strong, and this is going to wind up a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite at that level and not at that age. But I
was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. Gano the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. Gano out to kick this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Left side complete, Safarian-Jenkins. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll set up a throw. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
And the sense I got from it, and I think you did as well, they weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now here is another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and
Watch it
creating
now,
big
Barney.
plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working.
Alert flare, alert flare, flare, flare.
Darnold on first down. Looking left side, and it's complete. And a nice gain at 21 yards. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Nothing wrong with being explosive. Nothing wrong with being electric. Nothing wrong with carrying it over from the previous week off to a really, really hot start.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. The linebacker way.
Myles Jack can just flat out cover. Doesn't matter who's out there, and he can do it really well in man. How about what he just did there in zone, though? Eyes in the right place, saw where the ball was going, reacted appropriately, and knocked it away.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the 50, it's Darnold. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. And he may want to track down the reception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Over! Gun!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the ball is knocked out. And this belongs to the Vikings. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free, anything you can do to slow them down.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the...
And he will score. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Extra point try good by Gano. And the route is on here in this first half. Gano out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way. That's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make...
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. The Lions on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Back to throw here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Gun!
A first down throw, Darnold escaping the pressure right. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Detroit! 3 down! Gun!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Hey, we got 3 down.
They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And this Viking offense is running away with this one. And this one through the uprights and good. Gano out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A gain of 3, second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Anthony Barr got a real education at UCLA in playing not just his normal position of stand-up outside linebacker, but down defensive end. So he had to incorporate a variety of moves, take on bigger people. So he learned great leverage while he was there. That really helps him when he's trying to stop.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Everson Griffin. In there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Taken from just outside the 30. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the fourth quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
That is
by the
one
time we have to
positive.
leave the booth.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him? Double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. On 2nd and 10, Darnold. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Lucky 56.
Throwing here on 3rd down. Darnold sliding out of the pocket. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a first down there. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Looking middle, and that's bring him down at the 13-yard line. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Hey, 4 down. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hey, watch the lane.
They snap it. They're going for it. Here's Darnold. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Lions will take over. He'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Sheldon Richardson there to make the play.
He wasn't ready. Gun!
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And they'll go on the ground. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. Back now at Ford Field. The Lions on 3rd down. A pretty anemic, a very anemic. 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Detroit! Man, I got you. Watch you now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let, and that's caught inside the 30. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Watch him now, Barney.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just...
Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Brandon Williams able to disrupt yet another pass play, his third sack of the afternoon. The Lions on third down, just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be third and forever.
51's the mic. 51's the mic. Here we go, G. Over!
They're going to look to throw. This is a screen to Abdullah. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Gould is able to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And out now come the Vikings. We've got a lopsided game here. I don't know, Charles, what does the handbook say that we discuss when we've got a game like this in the fourth quarter?
Hold on a second. Let me thumb to the proper page on that. Know what it says?
What?
Let's discuss how we got here. This is a dominant performance, where they took control of this game, how they've managed to keep control of this game, and then we go ahead and think about how we're going to leave here and get to the airport. In a lopsided blowout, the roads are usually open.
And that one results in 35 yards.
Gun! 59. Not today, you aren't. All right, now, lucky 56.
On first down, Darnold rolling to his right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A big play there. His third touchdown of the game and fourth on the year. And the Vikings offense continues to pour it on. Gano out to kick this one away.
Number 39, acting to return.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Double tight. 4 down. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Watch it now, Barney. Mirrors back and go full strength. Detroit. Watch twist. Over. Hut.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Throwing deep for Galladay. And my goodness, another interception. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he'd won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer, the last to do it in 2001, to throw 7 picks. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you do in a big way. And what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now Darnold. It's complete to Diggs. Oh, and they had him first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. A big play that time on the catch and run. On 1st down, it's Darnold. And incomplete on the deep ball. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now on that sideline, isn't it?
As well there should be. It's hard to win a game in the NFL. We hear it all the time. We know that it's difficult. But guess who's smiling? But inside is thinking 24-hour rule because we're going to have to play again next week.
Boss man.
Oh, without a doubt. The head coach, he wants him to feel good, but at the same time, find a way to keep improving.
Gano out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And last time, 1 play interceptions, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one. It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now.
Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd. I'm going to run you over.
Number 55 on the
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
The Lions on third down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Detroit! Watch him now, Barney!
Here we go, let's bring it!
Watch him now, Barney!
Got to try it here. He's back to throw.
Check nine.
He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They take over with great field position. They've got the big lead. Most would say they should kneel it, but the key word there is should. You never know here.
You never know. That's the exact play that should happen. But some people like stats. You know, some people like to put more things up on the board, but kneel down is usually the right play here.
We'll see what they do in this situation. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Gun!
52.
Gun!
Hey, me and you all day. I'm coming after
Watch him now, Barney!
And Darnold wants to throw the football. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard
Watch him now,
line.
Barney!
Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Over!
3rd and long. It's Darnold. Looking deep downfield. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there. That brings up 4th.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Here's Darnold, and it is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it, and the Lions will take over. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear a peep of protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Watch him now, Barney!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
it.